Hello there, it's Jessie here. Welcome to the channel. Hi guys, how are we doing? Another good day, huh? I'll speak for myself. I'm having a good day. And I think it's because I'm having a good night's sleep. I think that's all I really need. And space, I suppose. And not being rushed and going in my own timing. But a good night's sleep, man. And what I've noticed in my own sleep pattern, like what works best for me, is sleeping before midnight. If I go to bed after midnight, I could still have 8, 9, 10 hours, and it's not the same as sleeping before midnight. And there's an explanation for this in Ayurveda. I studied Ayurveda for many years, and I like it, so I'll share it with you. So in Ayurveda, which is Indians' ancient medicine, I suppose. It's kind of a lifestyle. It's a very, very holistic approach to life. They take the 5 elements, which they consider to be in everything, and they subcategorize them into 3 doshas or constitutions, known as Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And the qualities of the elements determine the function of the dosha. For example, Vata, which is, I'm giving you a lesson here. This is actually going to be my other channel. This is funny, this is coming up. Clearly, I should be getting on with that. Anyway, here we are. This is like a practice run. So, Vata, which is the elements of space and air. And another little digression, I love that in Ayurveda, they consider the 5th element to be space, meaning where the other elements exist. I love it. I love it. So Vata is space and air. So the function of Vata in the body is any movement, because wind, think about wind, right? So this is the logic of Ayurveda. Love it. So intuitive. So Pitta is the dosha of fire and a little bit of water. So with these doshas, what they do, they understand the functions of the body and mind, but also within nature, outside of us as well. And also in the day, there are different dosha times of day. So Pitta, which is fire, is 10 until 2 in the day, right? When the sun's hottest, highest in the sky. And then we also have a Pitta time of night, which is 10 till 2 at night. And this is when so in the day, in the hot sun, is when you have your biggest meal, according to Ayurveda, because your inner fire, your Agni, your digestive fire, is strongest. So you digest the food. At night is when you digest the day. So if you're awake, this is why we get like a second wind around 10, 11. You know, you feel sleepy, and then you're like, oh, I feel really awake and a bit hungry. That's because that is Pitta activating in your body, the fire, digesting the day if we're asleep. If we're awake, we get more energy and we feel hungry. And yeah, I've really noticed in myself, everyone is different, and Ayurveda is a moving paradigm. So it's a very, very unique system. It's not one size fits all at all. So for me, I've noticed I don't have to go to bed necessarily at 10, but by 11. And if I stay awake past midnight, I still go to sleep, whatever, but it's not the same. And lack of sleep absolutely inhibits my capacity to regulate my emotions. Gone out the fucking window. You are now dealing with 3-year-old Jess, and my God, is she a piece of work. I love her, and she's a piece of work. Many needs she has, many, many needs. A lot of reassurance little Jess needs. That's okay, I'm on it. So that's why I feel in a good mood today, because I had a good night's sleep. There we go. Is that what I was going to talk about? I really wanted to... let's just take a breath. The breath took me then. Take my breath away. Alright, I was going to go into Love is Blind because, oh my God, do I love that TV show. And I know it's trash. And I know it's just like a blah blah reality TV show, but depends what eyes you're using when you watch it. Okay? I've got many eyes actually, but the excuse or the justification I give to people of why I watch these shows is the psychology behind human behavior. Love to observe, which is true. And it appeals to the romantic in me. In a big way. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about transformation from the inside out. From my experience. So I guess like what the normal sort of thing to do in life, even though our ideas of normal are changing drastically around this, but it's go to university, get a job, save up some money, hopefully meet a partner, and then by about this age, more or less, depending, put a deposit down on a house and into the mortgage you go. Mortgage meaning death grip. Anyway, and I've struggled a lot sometimes when I'm tired and my brain's not working as optimistically as usual. I really worry that I didn't follow that path and I've made a big mistake. But it just didn't happen that way. I left university and was like, fuck, I'm going to live abroad. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to live in cultures all over the place and learn and just enjoy it. And I did that. And along that journey, like mid-20s, became very apparent to me, I had a lot of shit inside of me. I was also I was in a lot of behavioural patterns that I had no idea about. I basically woke up. I gained more awareness and sort of entered that world. And since then, anything else that I'm trying to like build on the outside world, forget about it. Like my dedication suddenly became my healing and getting rid of all of these behaviours that I've learned, coping mechanisms, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't prioritise like career or saving money to get a deposit down on a bloody house. I didn't do any of that. I really dedicated my time to self-development and just learning who I am underneath it all. And I think I've done pretty well at it. But now I'm kind of out the other end, right? This started mid-20s. I'm not out the other end. It never stops. It never fucking stops. That I know. But I've got to a place now where I can regulate my emotions. I know what my needs are. I know what I need to do to feel safe. I've got a strong connection with my inner child, so I'm looking after her. Many, many things. Yet, when it comes to career or house deposit, big time. And it's really curious because at this gathering I was at, right, 500 people in the woods, very dedicated to creating a new way of living, new systems, new everything. So obviously the conversation was like, whoa, what do you do? And hearing people's projects, they're like, you know, up to here in projects of doing wonderful fucking great things for the community, for society, all of that. And I was like, you know, at the beginning of the week, like, what do? I just quit my job as an English teacher. And that's how I started the week. By the end of the week, I realised, like, man, I was really underselling myself there. I'm still in transition. That's mostly what I said to people. I'm in betweens. You know, just now I'm starting to launch a business online, Ayurvedic health consultant. I got my channel going now, nearly a year. Whoop whoop. And a few other bits and bobs going on as well. But there's nothing to show for it in the material plane whatsoever. And I struggle with that sometimes. That makes me, when I'm given that question, like, oh, what do you do? What's your project or whatever, I feel a bit like late. I feel a bit behind. And I have to remind myself that I'm transforming from the inside out. So I didn't do the normal thing, which was just do the normal thing, like get the job and save the money and get the partner and get the house. Because I couldn't do that. My root chakra was absolutely fucking busted. No sense of stability or safety whatsoever. It's like, I don't know, I just did it the other way around. I was like, right, well, I'll work on my inside house and sense of self. And that's really big now. But nothing to show for it in the external world. And it's a curious place to be in, because I still have my Jessie mind, right? And I still have the pressures of society and expectations and stuff. Not just society as a whole, but like family and friends as well, you know, like, how's Jess doing? And you can't see it. You can't see it, how I'm doing, but you can feel it. And it's a curious thing to have, because energetically, people can feel my confidence and integrity. Yet when they have a conversation with me, I ain't got nothing to show for it. It's really interesting. Anyway, transformation from the inside out. It's all alright. And watch this space, because the material world will catch up, for sure, with all this work I've been doing. Maybe it's the same for you. If you're still here, there must have been some resonance there. I don't know, maybe it was the other way around for you. What do you reckon? Let me know. It's nice that people are starting to talk to each other in the comments. I like that. Hope it's not weird. More on that when I go to the Love is Blind comparisons, because it's not just Love is Blind UK. There's Love is Blind Japan, Mexico, Sweden, United States, you name it, and I think I'm going to have to watch them all. Because it's fascinating how people date in different cultures. I watched the English one first, and now I'm watching the Japanese one. Can you imagine? One thing they do in the Japanese one, though, is they go, while they're listening to each other, and I have picked that up. Oh, God. All the time now. People are talking, I'm going, I like it, All right, I'm going to leave it there. Like the video if you liked it. Thoughts down below. Transformation from the inside out, outside in, round and round. And subscribe if you're still here watching it. You know there's magic. Click the button. I'll see you in the next video. So much love. Have a beautiful day, beautiful life. Weave